Morning guys, good to see you this week. Thank you for last week. Those of you who attended the Tuesday night Zoom, it was good to talk about Holiday Club, and I'll be announcing this evening what the theme of Holiday Club is going to be. But I can let you know today, Holiday Club this year, we're going to learn all about Moses, and we've been learning about him already, and we're going to continue to learn about him. But we're going to also learn about him in Holiday Club this summer. So I've got some amazing crafts booked. I'm going to get them bought later on today. So I'm going to spend a lot of money on that. So that's all great. So Holiday Club, can't wait. All getting very excited. Anyhow, we are doing the Action Bible. We're on page number 173. Spy versus spy. And if you remember, the people have come out of Egypt and they're wandering in the desert for a little bit, and they're hopefully going to go into the promised land, the land that God has set aside for them, the promised land for the Israelites, and they're really nearly there. So the Israelites continued their journey until the day they reached the wilderness of Paran. There Moses orders them to set up camp. And Moses calls one man from each tribe. Remember, there are the 12 tribes, one man from each tribe for an important meeting. We are on the border of Canaan, the land God promised to us. But before we go into it, we must know what lies ahead. What are your plans, Moses? We need to explore the land, Joshua. We must find out what the people are like, how many rivers we'll have to cross, how well the cities are fortified. It's a dangerous job, but it must be done. Each man here can act as a scout, and we'll get started right away. So the 12 guys, it doesn't say this in here, but the 12 men chosen from each tribe went into the promised land to look at what people were there already and to check it was safe for them to travel in, or what to expect when they travelled in. They may come across people who don't want them there and they won't want to have battles. We don't know. Look at that city and the size of those walls. It was a big, heavily fortified city. It would have been difficult to break in there and to fight them. A few miles away, look, giants. The people seemed big. No one in our camp could stand up to one of these men. And in a rich valley not with money, but rich with lots of sunshine and water and flowers and fruit. This soil must be good, Joshua, to grow such big grapes. Yes, Caleb, let's go back to camp and tell everyone. And look, they carried a big, huge bunch of grapes to show how wonderful the land was that God had promised them. A whole camp welcomed the returning scouts. Look at those grapes. They make me think of the fruit we had in Egypt. Other scouts reported what they'd seen in Canaan. It's a rich country with really good crops, but it's filled with giants and walled cities. I don't like it. We'll never be able to conquer them. They've got God on their side. Have they forgotten? I think we've learned over the past few months they keep forgetting, don't they? Let's go take the land. Yes, with God's help, we can do it. But the other 10 scouts disagreed with Joshua and Caleb. No, we're puny grasshoppers compared to the size of those giants. They'd wipe out all the men and make our children be slaves again. So the 12 scouts, Joshua and Caleb are saying, let's do it. We've got God with us. But the other 10 were like, no, we're scared. We can't stay here, but we can't go into Canaan. I don't know what we should do. I say we go back to Egypt. Go back to Egypt? God led us here. Trust him, and he will help us conquer the land he promised us. But can we be sure? Where is your courage and your faith in God? There is only one way to stop Joshua's wild talk, they thought. The people are frightened by the 10 cowardly scouts who tell them about giants and strong city walls. Angrily, the people turn against Joshua and his fellow scout Caleb. Stone them! Get rid of Joshua! But suddenly, look over there. The tent of meeting is burning, the tabernacle. It wasn't burning on fire, but it was lit right up. Don't be afraid, the tent of meeting is not on fire. It glows like that because God is there talking to Moses. What do you think God's saying to Moses? I don't know. We'll have to look next week. We'll have to wait to find out. But I get the people were scared, but they kept forgetting to trust in God. And that's one of the big things that is important for us as Christians, is that we have to trust to God. And sometimes there are scary people and big city walls that we don't think we'll ever be able to conquer, but we can, because God's with us. I know this week a few of you have been told what secondary school you're going to, and it's going to be great with you guys moving up into our youth work, and we're really looking forward to seeing you at all our youth groups. But I know some of you probably are a little bit nervous about going to secondary school, a little bit nervous about what it's going to be like at youth group. Well, it's going to be great because God's there and God's with you and he's got it all sorted. That's my computer bleeping away. Please ignore it. But God's got things sorted, and sometimes things don't always go the way we wanted. I guess with 10 of those scouts, they wanted a land that had lots of fruit and everything, but didn't have the scary people and the big walls. But that's how it was. And God, I'm sure if they choose to go into the promised land tomorrow next week, then they'll find that God's with them. But I don't know what happens. Come back next week. We're on today as normal, Tuesday night. We're on at 6, so I'll see you then. And I can't wait to see you all soon. Hopefully we're going to start lifting lockdown in the next month or two, so we can start maybe meeting outside as families and occasionally seeing each other obviously in sensible groups following the law. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. So have a really good week, and back to school next week, but I'll see loads of you tonight. All right, see you later. Bye.